The Seminoles here with a 1st and 10. Now Wilhoit. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. For Florida State, they're seeking their 4th national championship. They were winners back in 1993, also in 99, and then most recently back in 2013.
I'm back. Guess who's back? I'm back. Hello, guys. It is his
Following the pickup of 4,
my new name is
2nd and 6.
Hello, guys. It's Nasir. And today I'm here.
George to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brady. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
What's up?
12 yards there and a first down.
And today we're going to be playing the
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We got free throw, we have like 10 hours. Oh crap. We have free throw, we have like 10 hours left. So we're going to
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Cheers to whoever
No
destroyed
gain
the
there on
stream.
the completion, 2nd and 10.
But yeah,
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window
right here
closed quickly.
we got Papi
They
playing
try to
right
throw
now.
on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchup, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
I got a notification just
We've seen
now.
quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle.
And he will score. Touchdown, Florida State. Kalo Alexander, 35 yards.
So
and
right
the
now,
Seminoles have taken the early lead.
Well,
That's how they envisioned to get the football to start the
you
game.
guys gonna see his first ever
I don't know if that was scripted.
He was freaking out, bro. It was so
Or was it
funny.
just a play call that they had in their
my
pocket?
God.
No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This is fielded at the goal line. Pretty move. Runs through the contact.
Let's go, let's go.
Already down 7-0. Here comes his first collegiate snap on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Larson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Will this next play be trash, or will it be garbage? Fine.
2nd and 4.
Would this play be trash, or will it be garbage? Find out
He's
next on
gonna
Madden
float this one
Section.
deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Find out next time
Well, that
on
certainly
Madden
looked like
Section.
something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one.
I
Take
still
the
hate
big
Madden
shot right
for
out
some
of the
apparent
gate.
reason.
At worst,
Probably because
you
it doesn't
open up the
need
defense a little bit,
because,
loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Because the game
And
is
now the
rigged, because
3rd down
EA.
throw incomplete as well.
Yeah.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now back to throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Yep,
So
this
they
after already.
take a big,
This is how
big
trash
chance here in their
he
own
is.
territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and you know, normally we
gonna say this
focus
one more
on
time,
the
okay?
media, right? The social media barrage that
Will
he's
this
going
next
to get
play
for
be
this
trash,
one.
or will it be
How about
garbage?
on his
Find
own
out next time on
sideline and in
Madden
his locker
Section.
room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. For the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now the
I just want to apologize for not posting.
Incomplete.
And it's been 3
I don't
weeks
want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get to stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
So here's a 1st and 10 for Miami. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play.
Go sub to my channel if you want more content. I make mobile gameplay videos.
They'll look to throw.
A bunch of mobile gameplay videos. And stuff
Nowhere
like
to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone.
Well, this next play be trash, so we're going to go. Try not next time on that stream.
That kind of yardage, not a great start.
If you want more content,
now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Please, I have 23 subs.
They'll drop to throw. Here's this out for Streets. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm going to put the mic closer to him so you can hear him.
They're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
This is funny.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw.
Oh, my goodness, this guy with the long
Back at his own 7. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The punt team on now. As from their end zone, they get it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Florida State offense ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try and win if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together. And they
I don't
had a
know
chance to pick
exactly
up a
why
first
he
down,
got rid
but
of
the
it,
defense
but
got there and finished
he got
it
rid
off.
of the PlayStation 4 camera. So.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Miami offense ready to go for their next possession. But Charles, so much of this offense the last few years centering around the combination of Marcus Washington and Isaiah Streets. Streets saying Washington's like a second brother to him. And, of course, many know the story. Isaiah's older brother, Ezekiel, tremendous athlete in his own right, but lost too soon to leukemia a year ago next week at the age of 20.
And that is really a gut-wrenching story, as you know. And you look back at their high school days right here in Texas, just outside of Houston. Houston. Zeke was the star quarterback, a 4-year starter, 8,000 passing yards. Isaiah, a year younger, he was the receiver. The two of them told recruiters, you know we're a package deal, so if you're coming to get us, you're getting both of us. And Zeke actually recruited by both of these teams playing here tonight.
And the two had dreams of playing for a national championship together, and now Isaiah with a chance to fulfill at least part of that dream. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. When prepping for this semifinal matchup, we went back and saw all the tape on Isaiah Streets throughout the year. And no matter who you talk with around the game, they say Isaiah Streets, what's so impressive, his route running ability. So much discipline, so much precision on the cuts. Not only that, but you sit down with him and you find out what an impressive young man he is. For the amount of talent that he has and all the stars and accolades by his name, incredibly grounded, just a remarkable young man. Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Pick your game up.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone?
You hear that guy? She said he's about to score right now. So if he doesn't score, I can punch him in the stomach.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You want to do this on the stream?
But when we were setting up and going over our run-throughs early this afternoon, and I'm talking 6 hours before kickoff, we saw Isaiah Streets out there alone with just his young quarterback and center going through all sorts of different routes, making sure that they had everything ironed out, and it pays off there on the touchdown throw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 now, Florida State.
Or actually, no, I have my phone right next to me, so I'll just calm down on my phone. See? I have the keypad right here.
Operating from the gun. George. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
Let's go.
So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Isaiah Streets the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 12 yards there and a 1st down. There's so much made about the fact that we've got a quarterback who's never seen the field in a college football game, but if you go back to his high school days, he's played in front of crowds. Maybe not quite this size, but it wasn't abnormal for them to have 15,000, 20,000 people in the stands at his high school games, and the numbers from his senior year as a prepster, impressive. Led his team to a 14-0 record, threw for close to 4,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions, and he also chipped in 11 rushing touchdowns to boot. So it's not as if this guy doesn't know what he's doing out there under center. Steps away to his left.
YouTube has a crew of like 1 billion people watching every single video.
It's a 1st down.
And like
Certainly making his presence felt in both the
like
pass
judging it and
and the run
demonetizing
game.
it.
He's having an impact.
Yeah,
As
his
like like
first
a
carry of the
trillion
game
people.
right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now
Speaking
he's
of a
showing that he
trillion,
can shuffle the puppies as well.
You know Apple is the
Escaping the
first
pressure
$1
right.
trillion company?
And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. It's their
Apple is the
quarterback
first $1 trillion
with his
company.
2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
Because of back
And his guys
classification.
have taken the lead. He doesn't need a lot of space for an electric run. He showed that there. Heck, they told us this week they were hoping he would break a big one. He just did.
And what did his offensive, I mean, remember we talked about the offensive line? And one of the guys, one of the stalwarts said, I don't have to make a great block for him. I just breathe bad breath on the guy in front of me. Often that opens up enough space for him to go.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seminole offense about ready to get going again. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns.
No Android users allowed in this stream, please.
Cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Oh, look at that. 7-14.
First down. It's caught inside the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On the carry, this is Wilhoit.
When something happens,
and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. George got his man complete over the middle. That's Brady. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there on first down. On first and 10, George. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we've reached halftime with the Hurricanes on top here in Arlington.
I have to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. I will let Papi take over the mic while I go through.
Okay. Just checking in with you. How do you feel about the first half?
That's how we play. Let's go.
We had a great first half. We keep doing what we're doing, we might win this thing.
There's a lot of we's in that sentence. It's a good thing to recognize your teammates. But you remember, you're leading the charge tonight, all right? So get out there and let's put this thing away. Second half. Let's go.
Go.
Hey,
Coach.
really good job out there in the first half. I should have trusted you more. That's on me.
I'm over it. All that matters is the win.
All right. Can you handle it if I open up the playbook a little bit in the second half?
Let's do it.
Let's get him.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
All right, let's do this, son.
Ready to
The
play
winner
properly?
goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second
Ready
half
to
in
play
this
properly on,
semifinal
like, the first
matchup
game?
from Arlington. This fielded at the 2.
First game was a disaster.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
They're like storming around that crowd of people.
The Hurricanes offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there. 51
You know what I'm
yards.
telling you? He loves this
Excellent
game.
execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his
Pick up
right.
your speed, pick up your speed, pick up your speed.
This results in 6. Touchdown. A
Good job.
13-yard touchdown run. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half in this semifinal matchup from Arlington. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now George. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find...
And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Hurricanes now 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And this will be a touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense.
Is that your kind of game from the
Is that ball?
What do you want to put? What do you want to?
Exit.
Got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here's 2nd and 8.
I just pressed down to where the home button is.
Looking left side, and he's got a man.
I'm used to there being a home button there.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
He continues to make plays, and he looks terrific out there right now. But what I really liked, the way he's controlled this huddle, playing with a lot of confidence, and that confidence has been transmitted to the rest of the team.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver.
He got ganged up on by 2 people.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They're going to look to throw.
And get the touchdown!
Zone, but it's incomplete.
Good job.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Isaiah Streets, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Hurricanes add on to their advantage.
2nd touchdown?
Extra point up and through.
Yeah, 34.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So following the touchdown, here's the Miami kick team to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
He just started running.
Here's the Florida State offense ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's Streets. That's good for 28 yards. Well, I tell you what, that doesn't look like the throw of a guy who's never played college football. And yeah, you think about it, part of the reason, you have to remember, he's run the scout team in practice for 4 years, and that scout team has had to go up against their own first stringers on the defensive side, so he has practiced for all 4 of those years. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. Get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And it's a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And this offense continues to pour it on. Well, they were looking to throw it there on 4th and goal. It was end zone or bust. And he tucks it, puts his head down, dives in for the score.
And he certainly had that phrase uppermost in his mind. He expected to throw the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. But when that was taken away, he decided he was not going to dive short. He wasn't going to slide. He was going to get into the end zone and gave his body up in order to accomplish it.
The Seminole offense about ready to get going again. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the
Oh,
benefits of
crap.
run after catch. If almost on the spot, that means you have to run
Okay.
extra plays, harder to move it.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Hurricanes, barring a late collapse, looking more and more like they're going to be playing for a national championship. Blitz coming.
You didn't even throw the football that time.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Well, he has scored, so
There's
that's
this out for
that
Streets. And that's caught inside the 35. Takes it down deep in enemy territory.
So right at the end.
And they were
EA
able to
Access
move
just
it
not on the
with
PlayStation.
83
So
yards.
Bobby doesn't have to go on
But
my
nice job there,
Xbox
Charles.
to
They
play
picked up
this
the
game.
blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total field.
Because he would always go on my Xbox
Quarterback in
One S. He
control.
would like
Red
actually,
blitz,
hey,
got him into the right
hey,
protection scheme,
hey, if
so he
Matt
doesn't
down
get
there,
hit
can you
back
open
there.
the
He's got
ball?
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
Fresh out of the locker room,
That's the
they hit
worst
him with a
out of all
gain of
them.
over 20.
The goal for any offense versus
Real
his own
bad.
defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That's
It was
going to go as a
really
loss
bad.
of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there on third down. 41 yards. Defensively, that's caught. Touchdown, Florida State.
You're still going to win.
17
There's 1 minute
yards
left.
out. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get him a win. It makes things
You know
a
what? Next
little
time
more
we're turning on
respectable.
face cam for
Yeah, a
sure.
little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
You gotta
This will
go
be
beast
taken
mode
in
now.
at the
Bucky. You
1.
gotta go beast mode.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's
Never
brought
mind,
down
don't go beast
at
mode.
about the 23-yard line.
I thought those were socks. His shoes are so white, I thought they were socks.
Here's the Miami offense ready to go for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Escaping the loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town at second. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So on the strength of 2 touchdown passes in the first college start for their senior quarterback,
we won.
Miami
We
Hurricanes
won. We won. We won. We won.
For a national championship
but he's
on
the
Monday,
best.
January the 7th.
14 to 42. 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 Madden 20. Madden NFL 20. His first game that he actually did good in. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. This is our first Madden 20 stream. But yeah. Hopefully this gets views and hopefully we get subscribers. Goodbye. Goodbye.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
I thought that was it.
That was a gutsy
What is
performance out
happening
there
right
tonight.
now? End the stream. We're supposed to end the stream.
Oh, bye.
Took us.